How you doing? It's Ryan with 1075 Emergency Vehicles. Come check out this week's build showcase of this 2020 Ford F-350 rapid deployment vehicle. We're taking a look at this 2021 Ford F-350 for the Bergen County Rapid Deployment Team. Vehicle is completely customized, designed around their needs. Off the top, 53-inch M-Power, dual color, sound off signal blueprint control system with sync, the OBD2 link. That way that we're able to program the vehicle to match the other vehicles in the fleet. So if they're all on the same scene, helps reduce chaotic scenes with rapid flash patterns and unsynced vehicles. In our grille, 4-inch M-Powers in tricolor. Turn signal replacements via the Hella Hero flexes, wired into blueprint, flashing with the other lights. We've upgraded the headlights and fog lights to LED bulbs, and we're flashing our headlights and fog lights with a tail light flasher to give them additional warning. Taking a look at down the side of the vehicle, 4-inch M-Powers tricolor, custom RDT badging with the blue backlighting. This is tied into the parking light signal, and we have control over it through blueprint, so we can have it shut off or turn on depending on if they want anything programmed. Custom graphics, their patch on the front door, lettering on the side, 3-inch M-Powers on the running boards in tricolor. We have white scene on with the door, also comes on with the alley. We also shut the corner module off. Back to warning. The cap for the vehicle, they chose the ARE DCU model, 26-inch height. Barn doors, which I'll show you later in the back. 4-inch M-Powers up top with 35-degree wedges to angle the light properly. Up top, 40-inch FireTech brow scene light, giving them additional scene lighting that'll project out farther at night. Side compartments, they feature the E-locks tied into the electrical system so that they have automatic locks. Side compartments, we've got 110 power up in the compartments. We have our AM-door scene lights in there, and then what we have is a red-white feature so that they can have it off, or they can have it automatically come on in white or red. And then in the corner here, 12-volt USB power port tied into the electrical system. And we have pin switches installed on all of our doors that are tied into the blueprint system. We have a indicator on the overhead console that flashes when a compartment door or a cab door is open. And then what we also did to take it another step further was we programmed the controller indicator tone to make a noise when the vehicle is out of park and the compartment door is opened, but it only does that in drive so that when they're parked it is not constantly going off. Taking a look at the back, the ARE cap with the barn style doors, E-locks on the barn door. Up top, 40-inch FireTech brow light wired for rear scene, reverse, giving them plenty of scene lighting to the back. In the back we have the rear view third brake light camera reintegrated in. We replaced the third brake light with an M-Power, and then what we up top we have is the 8-mod M-Power Arrow Kit. So we have flashing red and blue right now. We have amber override for arrow, and then we have a white scene light. So we have plenty of scene lighting behind the vehicle for any type of incident. Reverse lights replaced with the Hella Heroes, flashing red and blue, white for reverse. M-Powers on the rear bumper, tricolor as usual, white override, white scene. Patches taken from their existing designs. And then in the back compartment you can see that we have a bunch of stuff designed for them. So we have AM-door lights on the doors, up top and down below, all in the white-red configuration. On the doors, what we've done on both sides is we've brought in custom-made whiteboards to allow them to run an incident, map anything out that they would want. And then we made a custom HDP box for their radios in the back. We gave a spot for our speaker, and then we have our on-off switch to change the colors of the lights. Custom slide out. So up front we have a weapons vault with adjustable dividers and foam at the bottom, so that way when they put the rifles in, they're not damaging the bottom. Up top we have custom made cargo netting. We've got 12-volt USB power and then also more 110 power. This cabinet also slides out for them to give them additional storage at the back. Side compartments when the cabinet is slid out. Custom cargo netting with a large open storage area for them to throw gear bags. And then we also have additional 12-volt USB power ports in there. Custom Slide Master slide out, 1,000-pound rating. Another custom feature that we did for them was they wanted to do a blackout kit on the truck. So we removed the bumpers, all the hardware, had the media blasted and then powder coated in a rock black matte texture to give it a more rugged look. A little different than doing like a rhino coating. On our wheels, blackout feature, we took the hubcaps off, we painted them a gloss white. We removed the rims and tires and the TPS sensors and have them powder coated also in the rock matte texture to give it another rugged look. We removed the front bumper, moved all the hardware, had it blasted, and then also powder coated in the rock matte texture to give it a more aggressive, different look. Grill and the badging was also completely disassembled and painted in a color matched gloss black. For the underseat electronics compartment, which houses most of the brains and equipment for the truck, giving them easy access to their radio chassis. We've got cradle point modem, 2 radio chassis, Xantrex inverter charger, which allows us to have the shoreline, the driver's side, and energize our 110 outlet so they can put a bank charger in and also use the heaters when the truck's parked. Also giving them 110 power when the inverter's on the truck is, giving them power to power any outlets that they need. Their Blueprint 500 series controller, and then we have our fuse panel and power distribution. We also installed a smaller heater on the front of the electronics compartment to help heat the compartment when the truck's being stored. Gave them a 12-volt USB outlet to allow them to power any devices while they're going to an operation. Weapon rack mount, not secure. The weapons aren't going to be left in the vehicle, but when the guys are riding around, they would like to be able to store the rifles there just to keep them a little bit more secure. So we fabricated a mount to allow them to do that. On both sides, we also cut in our 110 distribution. So we have our Blue Seas panels on both sides. One side is dedicated to shoreline only. The other one is the output for the inverter. So taking a look at the front console area, starting up top, we tied our upfitter switches into our Blueprint system, which allow us to control additional features that the control panel may limit us to. So we gave them additional switches to control the scene lights individually. If they didn't necessarily want to turn the left alley and get a full scene, they just want those scenes on and then allow the warning lights to still stay on. We have our compartment door indicator, so that's tied into our cap doors along with our cab doors to give them an indicator. As we said before, when the truck is at a park and one of the doors is open, they will get the audible chime out of the control panel. We have our speakers recessed into the headliner, tied into our radios. We've got our sound off 6-inch dome light, red-white configuration. We customized this console to fit this vehicle because of the trailer brake controller. We had to notch the front of this, which allowed them to keep their 12-volt and their USB-C outlets up front here. We have a custom-made pocket to fit in the console. Our radio cutouts, our Blueprint 500 controller, and our custom cup holders cut in with the pen pockets. Our console lid here is padded for an armrest. It's got a latch to open up and allow access to the equipment. And then we also brought in our Hint tablet mount and separate keyboard mount for use of a tablet and keyboard at a later date. Now we've simulated the truck into drive or response mode with our warning lights active. You can see that our white flashing is now on, which automatically shuts off with park kill along with the siren. Our flash pattern on our light bar is more aggressive, adding white into it. And then all of our body light warning patterns have changed from a slower, less intrusive pattern to something a little bit more eye-catching when they're responding to a call. It also gives them their dual siren feature and then their low frequency aftershock siren. Thanks for checking out this week's build showcase. If you're interested in this vehicle, one better suited to fit your needs or one completely different, we'd love to help you out with your next project. Please feel free to reach out to us. Like, comment, share on the video. We'll answer any questions that you have.